We need to get to the bottom of something, Bristol. You and I like to analyse the media. We like to look at the landscape.
Yeah.
And every now and then it's vanilla and players come out of retirement and no one really gives a stuff and there's no shuffling around anywhere. But then every now and then you get a year where a couple of real studs emerge.
And we've got to fight for survival.
A couple of real superstars ease out of the caper and wander into the media landscape, shoulders rolling into the carpets of not only Fox Footy but Channel 7, saying, "Where's my deal?" This year, that's what we've got. We've got El Hodge, fresh out of Hawthorn, 300 games, Norm Smith, everything else, and N. Revolt.
I'm hearing the deals are imminent too, like they're right on the doorstep.
And I'm hearing our man here doesn't do boundary.
Oh, boy.
So we need to put it straight on him. Rui,
Yeah.
what are you doing, please? All this speculation?
Mate, I'm fielding all offers. But I guess the thing about this time of year is everyone's very busy. They've got their heads down, concentrating on the finals.
Really, what we do on
Worrying
Triple M,
about-
though, is actually tell it as it is. You've been a player now for 18 years. You've given the scant regard to the answer.
Yep.
We just want what you're doing, not this.
No, I'm happy to do that.
And
I'm
who
talking
you're
about other
replacing.
people. I'm happy to tip the bucket on others, but I'll a bit of self-preservation at the moment. But the honest answer is I have not signed a deal with anyone. So I've clearly done a bit of work with Seven, done a bit of work with Fox and with your good selves, and that'll just play out over the next few
We'd like
months.
to think
tell
we're
us what
first
he's
to the table.
Well, it is.
Does Brian know something I don't?
No, I don't know. But what I do know is that there are only a certain amount of positions.
That's it.
And, you've got the king over there. He's been very...
He's the duck vulnerable, Brian.
Very strange today.
He has been.
But he would be wondering... Oh boy, if Hodge and Rewald are to come to 7, is it me? And I would.
I don't think he
suspect-
doubts
He
it.
doesn't look like he's
No,
wondering.
I don't think he is.
I'd be
Duck,
worried about JB coming to 7 if I was you, Brian.
Oh!
Duck could be, dare I say it, operating from the green stuff next year, which is nothing against Richo and Lingy. They do fine work down there, and they're really cut out for it. But
get cold.
oh boy, the Duck down there with people talking to him over the fence and stuff.
Are you saying, BT, that like Richmond was back in the 80s, there was not room for both Roach and Taylor? Are you saying that
Well,
7 is in the same situation right now?
I'm not saying anything. Something's got to give, but you can't have everyone playing the same position. And in the end, Duck, he's going to have to alter, or
Move out to a half-forward flank,
or
maybe.
Rui and Hodge are going to have to do what everyone else has done in this industry, and that is start at, I don't want to say the bottom, but on the ground. Down there, you've got to start down there, Rui.
I
Just
did,
earn your stripes.
I did the game with you, Brian, over in Adelaide, the first week of the finals, and I caught the plane back with Richo, and we sat next to each other. He was over there for 3AW, and on the way back, poor Richo had his knees up around his chin, sitting in economy, and he did make sure that he said it's like a relationship with a girl. When you first start off, you have to establish the ground rules, stipulate the way things are going to go. So right from the very start, you've got to work in the pointy end of the plane, and you're not standing on the grass, and you're doing these type of things. So that was great advice. So I'll make sure I pass that on to the appropriate people.
Purple.
And work that
Yeah,
stuff
I
in.
like it because what both are doing, I'm talking about Hodge and Revolt, what both are doing is leaving the playing arena and swaggering straight in. Whereas you get other units like, I can't think of an example straight off the top of my head, C. Judd, who comes out of playing with an apologetic view of I don't really want to do anything, when we all knew it's exactly what he wanted to do. And he was doing deals while trying to say he wasn't.
Yep.
For me, I prefer this approach.
The upfront approach.
Up front.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm
And-
not standing on the grass, and I'm not going back in
And
the
letting
lane.
people know they're going to cut their lunch,
That's it.
basically.
What I
it,
did learn from Juddy was that he wanted to go out and do something else and not football
That's
related,
it.
get out into the corporate
Which was
world.
bull.
And if Juddy can't make that work, he's a very intelligent man. And if he can't make it work, well, then the rest of it's a stuffed.
That was Rui, the greatest front of all time. He goes with his backpack into an office on his own and sits there
With one
and
stool.
does bugger all. He was always ending up in the media, and he's been unbelievably good since he's come in. But just to try and apologise your way around it, Purple.
Yeah.
Tell you
Just
what,
be
Chris
honest.
Judd is a man who,
Gave
above
nothing
all
to the
anyone
media.
else in here, and I look at you and you really like your money, Brian, but this man, Chris
your
Judd,
pardon?
you really like your money. This man, Chris Judd, that we're dealing with,
On what
I
basis
put him
do you
above
fire
just
that at
about
me?
everybody in this
Fair
room
income.
of
More
our
freebies
the
than
love
anyone else.
of money.
Really?
Yes. Brian, you like your money.
Brownie, don't be bloody silly there, boy.
You spent
Are you saying careful with it or just likes earning?
No, likes earning it.
I'm saying
He doesn't
that,
do anything without it.
well, just before we go on this topic,
Yes, go on.
it's rattled the cages of a few. And I tell you what, I would think that, when I look at the king, he's probably, he's the king. And then you got Rui, and then you got Hodgie, the four-timer.
Yep.
I just want to know what Brownie's done. Like what?
Where does can't be going there?
How does Nath come in here?
Just a lot of humour, Brian.
Hasn't won a Coleman or Brownlow. Hasn't done anything.
Oh, I think that's very harsh.
I didn't
He's
get
got
dropped from
short
a grand
memory.
final side either.
That's a short memory, Nath. I remember the sizzle you brought to the table.
Yeah, the 5 I kicked on Jimmy Clement. That was pretty good.
Duck, you've been very quiet down there. You got any
He's slightly
concerns?
embarrassed.
You got any concerns about Rui and Hodgie wandering into your turf?
No.
Here, I thought he was about to say it'd be great to work together and be on the same team.
Well, I thought it's
Well, that
definitely
will
on.
be
When
fantastic.
I saw, Duck taking the orders for fish and chips a short
Yes.
while ago, I thought, well, he is really going to the bottom.
No,
You're
that-
now the
no,
order
no,
boy.
no, no.
Rui's telling you what he
No,
wants
no,
for lunch.
You know what that is? That's actually going out there and shouting
That's lunch
for
boy.
everyone and just sort of
That's
it's called
apprentice.
contributing.
That's apprentice at the
Just
building
like
site
when
job.
we used to go on trips and I used to sort of pay for the young guys to go and all that sort of stuff, BT. It's called generosity. Try it.
And boy, I better not go there.
No, I don't. No, just stay there.